Video we are going to see data warehouse models. In the last 2-3 videos we have seen what is data warehousing and the architecture of the data warehousing, multi-tier architecture. Now we'll see what are the different or three data warehouse models. The first one is enterprise warehouse. So in this model we are going to collect all the information about the subjects spanning the entire organization. We are going to collect all the information of that particular organization. That is enterprise warehouse. If you are taking some organization, if you are starting a new organization, in the warehouse of that organization all the information related to a particular organization will be stored in case of enterprise model. The second model is data mart model. Here what happens is a subset of corporate wide data that is of value to the specific group of the users. As in the case of enterprise warehouse, we are not going to collect all the data of the organization. We are going to take only the data which is required for a specific group of users. For example, if you take the product manager, he wants all the information related only to the products. So the data mart contains only the specific data related to a specific group of users. How the data mart is created? It can be done by the two different things. One is independent data mart and the other, it can also be divided into two types. One is independent data mart and the other one is dependent data mart. In independent data mart, what we are going to do is we are going to collect the data from the different or multiple heterogeneous sources, whereas in the dependent data mart we are going to collect the data from the enterprise warehouse, from warehouse of the particular organization. That's the difference between independent and the dependent data mart. Independent data mart gets the data from the multiple heterogeneous external data sources, whereas the dependent data mart gets the data from the warehouse of that particular organization only. Third model is virtual warehouse. So as the name suggests, virtual is nothing but not real. Okay, we are not going to create the data warehouse at all, but we are going to use the operational database and we are going to give the views, provide the multidimensional view as though the data warehouse is given. But we don't have the data warehouse. Our operational database will act as a data warehouse by providing the set of views to the users or the decision makers. Only some of the possible summary views may be materialized. That is the disadvantage. Database cannot be data warehouse, right? So data warehouse is having some special advantages, so which cannot be given by our operational database. That's why we went to the data warehouse. So it will do the maximum things which it can. That is virtual warehouse. It acts as a warehouse, but it is actually not a data warehouse. It is just just operational database. Yes. These are the operations that happened between the bottom tier and the middle tier. When we are trying to construct the data warehouse, we have to collect the data from the multiple heterogeneous data sources. When we are collecting those data from the multiple heterogeneous data sources, first we have to do these processes. First one is data extraction. Get data from multiple heterogeneous and external sources. That is extraction, collecting the data from the multiple sources. And the second process is data cleaning. Cleaning in the sense deleting unwanted things. So it detects errors in the data and rectify them when possible. It also detects the errors. If at all any errors are there, it rectifies it. And data transformation. As we said already, since the data is coming from the multiple heterogeneous sources, data will be in the different format which is not supported by our warehouse. So it has to be converted into the appropriate format which can be supported by the data warehouse. Next is loading. Loading involves sorting, summarizing, consolidating, compute the different views, check integrity, and build indices and partitions. Yes, we need index partitions to do this. Next, refresh. So whenever any new updates are there, it has to be refreshed. So it propagates the updates from the data sources to the warehouse. Whenever any updates are given by the data sources, external sources, then it should be updated in the warehouse. Next is metadata repository. We have seen this metadata repository in the middle tier next to our data warehouse. I said already that it gives the data about the data. So metadata is the data defining warehouse objects. It says about the data present in the warehouse. What are the information it is going to provide about the data in the warehouses? It describes the structure of the data warehouse. What is there in the structure? How it is going to define the structure of the warehouses? It gives the information about the schema of the data warehouse, view of the data warehouse, dimensions, hierarchies, data mart locations, where it is located, contents. All these informations are given by the metadata. Second one is it provides operational metadata, that is history of migrated data, when it has been migrated and from where it is migrated, what is the uh, uh, updation of the data, how far it is active, and monitoring, how the information is monitored, like warehouse usage statistics, error reports, anything is there, any error had already occurred, whether it is corrected, all these things are given. Next, and what type of algorithm used for the summarization in the data warehouse, that is also given by our metadata repository. And the fourth information is the mapping from the operational environment to the how we have mapped the data from the operational environment to the data warehouse. That information is given. And data related to the system performance. That is data warehouse schema, view, and derived data definitions. All these are given. Then business data, business terms and definitions, ownership of data, charging policies. So these are all the information about the business data also is given by the metadata repository. So metadata repository gives the information of description of the structure of the data warehouse, operational metadata, algorithm used for summarization, and how the mapping is done from the operational environment to the data warehouse, and the system performance information, and the business data information. These are the informations provided in the metadata repository of the data warehouse in the middle tier. Hope all of you would have understood what are the three data warehouse models and what are the uses of metadata repository and what it contains. With this, I am ending my session. Thank you.